Yo, what it is, Gama, Chalk, aka TELLo Magolide, aka Mr. Serrano, aka Put My Suiti, aka Wave God, aka Zinjasa South, aka 2190, aka Horse Ride Polo, aka we out here, you know what it is, TELLo Magolide. I'm from the south of Joburg, Kenilworth. It's a little town close to Turfentine. It's in the middle of Turfentine and Rosettenville. Down the road from Turfentine Racecourse, hence the horse ride. Yeah, that's where I'm from. Basically, TELLo Magolide, the birth of TELLo Magolide was due to how Chalk was identified, and more than anything, how I identified myself with the music that I'm making. TELLo Magolide is basically a merger between the star icon being TELLo and then Magolide, referring my Uncle Billy, who was like technically the Magolide of my time growing up. You know what I'm saying? He was a gangster back then, you know, with the BMW 5 Series, the Burgundy joints. You know what I'm saying? With the limp, with the kofia on his head, rosary. He was that G with the Smith & Wesson and the cabbie hole. So that's where the Magolide comes from. So it's a merger of those two characters together to create the hybrid between TELLo Magolide. I've been making music for a little while now, say about 2-3 years. Basically, it started off as a joke, in the sense of it that I got into music basically because I hated everything that was out locally. You know what I mean? It was like, yo man, I don't like half of the rappers that are out, so I want to make music because I think I will do better. You know what I mean? And as soon as I got into the craft, I realized that it's not as easy as I thought it would be. You know what I mean? I understood all the musicians' difficulties on how to make a record pop or how to make a good record. But also realizing, Wuti, the stories that we have to tell are similar, but we tell them in different ways. So my way of interpreting life in Joburg or South Africa or in Africa is different, and it's more interesting or more relative to everybody out there, in my opinion. Yeah, in terms of sound, man, it's like a mixture of a bunch of things, man. It's like stories I tell is my life growing up, my present life today, what I expect to experience in future, and in terms of the sounds and the beats, it's like a collaboration between myself and the producers I work with. You know what I mean? Mainly true hits. It's like we come up with different sounds that explain different stories better. You know what I mean? So, like a couple of years ago, I coined a term called "It's a Movie," and basically what It's a Movie represented at the time and what it means today is that everything I do is a movie. My life is a movie. So everything is a movie scene. You know what I'm saying? So picture, when you listen to my music, picture a movie scene, and the beats that are playing in the background, it's the ambiance music, the background music, and my words are the scenery and characters that are being played in the movie. So I'm saying, so it's more of a visual movie and less of it's more of a audio movie and less of a visual movie. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where I'm going with it. But I wouldn't categorize my music as hip hop or rap or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I would just say my music it's just good music at the end of the day, because it's one of those, yeah, I kick raps, but sometimes I don't use ordinary flows, or I might choose to just kick 2 bars of raps, and then on the rest of the track sing or mumble or whatever I want to do. But as long as at the end of the day the story is being told to its full effect and you understand it as the consumer, that's basically the sound that I'm working with. Yeah. My influences and who I listen to, man, it's diverse. It goes from old to new, indie sound, whatever, man. As long as it's good music at the end of the day, and that's mainly like a lesson that I learned from like just conversations with like a bunch of different African artists. When I say African artists, I mean like artists like basically from like Nigeria, Ghana, whatever. Because at the end of the day, they never categorize their music in a genre. You know what I'm saying? They just say it's good music. So I think that's the conclusion I got to, is that why have we put ourselves in a box that we are confined to doing rap or R&B or Iguaido or E-House, you know what I'm saying? Like can't it just be good music? Can the track not go from raps to heavy nice beats that go into house, you know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with my music. So like in terms of who I've listened to growing up, it's like I'd like to picture myself as an ignorant, smart person, you know what I'm saying? In the sense of it that I'm very interested in the cats that have a lot to say in the dumbest way, in the sense of it like Usinyaka is telling us really important stories growing up, but how he chose to interpret these stories was like, what the you know what I'm saying? What are you talking about, dog? And then like even back then, Abu Atha, how they introduced like dances is the same way like Soulja Boy did, you know what I'm saying? But now the only difference is that they were doing it back then and it was African the whole time. Same thing with Kofi Olomide. That's what he was doing when he was introducing Kwasa Kwasa dance. It was mainly on that level. It was on a Soulja Boy level. But if you think about it, it's genius at the end of the day, because people say you have to do something on a dumb scale for people to get it, but it's not a dumb scale. It's exactly what people want. It needs to be straight. You know what I mean? Straight to the point the whole time.
And bro, he drank all of it. Imagine, this guy brings 2 or 3 bottles and he drinks them by himself.
So it's a bunch of different people, man. A bunch of different. I listen to everybody. Whatever comes to me, I listen to it. Like recently, to say to you, I've been listening to a lot of Lil B. I've been listening to a lot of Jody High Roller, aka Riff Raff. I've been listening to a lot of BFG. I've been listening to a lot of myself, you know what I'm saying? And I've been listening to a lot of ASAP Mob, but not mainly the whole crew. I just say Rocky and Ferg. Yeah, so it's like a bunch of different stuff. From Toro or Moi.